All right, what's going on, Cowboy fans? It's Big Slam back with another video talking about your Dallas Cowboys losing to the New York Giants 20-19 on the back of 3 Eli Manning red zone touchdowns. And I believe that's where we're going to start this video right now, is talking about this whole team's red zone defense and red zone offense. Everything looked pretty poor, to be honest with you. We did score 1 touchdown with Ezekiel Elliott in the red zone, but the rest of the times we got down there, we were kicking field goals, and field goals get you beat every single time, and it turns out that was the case yesterday. So let's get into it. Eli Manning with 3 red zone touchdowns compared to our 1 touchdown in the red zone. And like I said, the rest were field goals, and one of them was a 56-yarder. After Dan Bailey made a 51-yarder, Jason Witten had a penalty to push us back. He had to kick another one, make another one. So really, Dan Bailey, a perfect 5 for 5 with air quotes right there, because it was really 4 for 4. But yeah, our red zone offense was pretty bad. Cole Beasley needed to come down with that one on the first drive. Dak takes us down the field basically by himself, because Ezekiel Elliott was pretty ineffective. This offensive line was pretty ineffective as far as running the ball in the first half and the second half, really. We'll get into that a little bit later. But Cole's got to come down with that ball. That ball's a little bit high, but there's no reason that Cole Beasley can't catch that ball and walk into the end zone. And if he does, we're talking about something completely different today. I really believe that. He catches that ball, gets in the end zone. You know, maybe we win, maybe not. So it still could have turned out the same, but it could have been completely different. And that's just one thing that I wanted to talk about as far as the red zone on offense and defense. It was very, very poor. The defense, every time the Giants got in the red zone, they just let them in the end zone. That was it. 3 touchdowns from Eli Manning in the red zone. You can't hold them to 1 field goal. That's pretty damn sad and pathetic by this defense. Overall, I thought the defense was very, very average at best, okay? They got off the field a couple times. They got a turnover. The one thing they didn't do is pick up that fumble on the lateral by Eli when he got a little bit of pressure. See what you do when you get a little bit of pressure on him? He just threw the freaking ball away. One was right to Brandon Carr, and the other one, he just turned and threw it. And the Giants running back, I believe it was Rashad Jennings who was in there at that point, picks the ball up, picks up 5 yards on the play. And it turned out to be like a 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 2 instead of a 3rd and 6 or 7. If if there was any Cowboy around the football at that point, which nobody was near him. Nobody was near that football when Eli just turned and threw it down the line like that. So that was a little bit disappointing. We get that fumble. Again, we may be talking about something completely different today. I did mention the offensive line and Zeke Elliott. The offensive line couldn't open up any holes, and I think we give some credit to the Giants here and not totally bash the offensive line. The Giants came to play. They stacked 8 in the box pretty much at all times throughout this game, and Ezekiel Elliott couldn't get anything going. I don't know why this coaching staff didn't have Alfred Morris run the ball more, because when he was in there, he was finding some holes, picking up some tough yards, and making some plays out there. I have no idea why he didn't get more carries. I know you have Ezekiel Elliott, and you want to show off your new toy, so to speak, your first-round draft pick, but he was obviously ineffective, and Alfred Morris was effective. I don't understand why they didn't play him more on that. Just drove me nuts. And I know one other thing that I did want to talk about. Well, there's a couple other things. So let's just keep going real quick. I don't want to make this video too damn long on you guys. The O-line in the first half, pass protecting, looked awesome, man. I really thought they gave Dak a lot of time. No pressure on him at all. I forget his exact numbers, but his passing line in the first half was completely different in the second half, okay? Because he was getting pressured in the second half. Jason Pierre-Paul was beating my doppelganger, Doug Free, like a drum, and maybe I'll throw up a picture to show you guys what I'm talking about as far as me being his doppelganger. But JPP was beating him like a drum in the second half. A lot of problems with Doug Free over there, and it took him a while to get some help over there for Doug Free. And when you have pressure in your face, especially as a rookie quarterback, the kid doesn't want to make mistakes. He's not going to take chances down the field, although he did take a couple chances to Dez Bryant, who had 1 catch for 8 yards this entire game. And that really pisses me off, because you're a top-tier receiver in this league, Dez Bryant. top tier receiver. There is no reason with 8 guys in the box every play that you can't catch a few more balls. And Terrence Williams too. That's unexcusable. 8 guys in the box. Someone's getting single coverage. You mean to tell me that they didn't beat their man at any point in this game? I don't believe it. I swear, maybe Dak didn't see a couple plays. I don't know. I don't get the game film. I find it hard to believe that these guys weren't beating their man coverage. Now, Dez still might have been getting doubled, and that's why Cole Beasley and Jason Witten had as many catches as they did. I think it was like 8 and 9 or something like that. Something ridiculous between the two. Maybe a little bit more. I don't even remember. But I can't believe Dez had 1 catch for 8 yards. And then I know they're tough catches for Dez to make, but he makes these ridiculous catches all the time and then loses the ball at the end of the play. It drives me nuts, and I know it drives you guys nuts too. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not crushing Dez Bryant here, but you got to come down with those balls. That one in the end zone, that's another one. You make that catch, we're talking about something completely different. And that's with a rookie quarterback, not even Tony Romo in there. It's very frustrating to see Dez with 1 catch for 8 yards. And I know he was pissed, and I'm glad he kept his cool on the sideline and everything like that, because Fox started to try to make Dez look like a bad guy by showing him all pissed off on the sideline. I'm glad it didn't escalate into anything, and Dez kept his cool. But I expect huge things from Dez next week. Like I said, I don't want to make this too long for you guys here, but there's a lot more to go over. Basically... Oh, one other thing that I definitely wanted to talk about is Jerry Jones could be the only man in the world, one of the most beautiful stadiums built, but they built it east to west, and the sun is blinding to these players. It's almost embarrassing when I'm watching this game. I was like, are you kidding me? And we've seen it before, but I know they used to have those big curtains that they showed when the stadium first opened in 2009. Where the hell were the curtains? Close the goddamn curtains so Jason Witten could see a ball coming at him. I was like, what the hell happened? He couldn't see the pass coming to him. It's ridiculous, this stadium. I got to be honest with you. You got to put those curtains back up if they're not up there already. What else do I got here? Yeah, basically, I talked about Alfred Morris needing more carries. One other thing I wanted to talk about with this defense was the defense in the 4-minute drill. When we needed to get our offense back the ball, they couldn't get off the field. We had to burn all of our timeouts. We get the ball back with, just over a minute, and Dak tries to take us down the field to get into a field goal position to try and win the game. And we come very, very close. Now, look, it would have been a 60-plus yard field goal if Terrence Williams goes out of bounds there. Who knows what happens at that point? But you got to give your guy a chance to win the game at that point. And that was really frustrating to see Terrence Williams not go out of bounds and cut it back up in there. I don't know what he was thinking. He probably, he just wanted to make a play because he hasn't done anything all freaking day, that he just cut it back inside. I know Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie is standing there, but he could have fought his way out of bounds and got out of bounds and gave Dan Bailey a chance to kick a field goal. But, guys, it is what it is. We're 0-1. Anyway, guys, that's all I wanted to talk about. But let's keep it positive here. It looks like we have a ball player in Dak Prescott, whether Tony comes back or not and takes the reins from him whenever that may be, week 8 after our bye week. That doesn't matter. It looks like they found a quarterback that is more than capable of playing in this league, and that's something to be positive about. This offensive line, I believe, will get it together, especially once Dez Bryant starts getting open on the outside and Dak can open these defenses up where they can't stack 8 in the box. But let me know in the comments section what you guys want to talk about. If you want to talk about something I mentioned, something I missed, please put it in the comments section, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you, and peace.